we are finally back. We're finally back. We're back in the rhythm of things. And I know after my past few videos, we were feeling a little bit hopeless, guys. After seeing losses, we had a pretty red week. The first weekend of February, the second week ended on a red week. I don't know. I wasn't too hopeful of the account surviving coming into this week and even to the end of it. But I'm excited to show you guys where we're at, and I got some exciting plans. So without further ado, let's get right into it and let's see where these accounts are sitting. All right, guys. So as you know, I have been trading two Top Step funded accounts. I just recently passed another Top Step combine, but then we got three My Funded Futures funded accounts. And as you guys saw in the last video, these accounts were going through it. Like, we were down to close to just $500 left of account balance. Well, I'm going to get right into these accounts first, and then we'll talk about what's going on with Top Step, because I'm going to do something today that I'm excited about. All right, but first off, we have battled back, guys. And this is why I wanted to make this video more than anything, is because as you guys saw, and let me actually pull up my My Funded Futures stats really quick, just so you can kind of get a feel. All right, check this out, guys. So as you can see, my max loss limit here is pretty much 50K. I had $465 left of buffer on this account. Now, we were able to fight back a little bit, and we're getting the balance back up, guys. We're getting it back up, and it's just such... I wanted to make this video so much because it's a reminder that even though you may be down, even though you may be losing a little bit, having a little bit of a losing streak, you might not have that much balance left in the account. You're never out of the fight until that account is blown. And we could always battle back. I won't lie, when I saw this number close to $500 or whatever it was very close to not much distance in drawdown. I was a little bit discouraged. And I said, oh, it'd be so easy for me to just risk the rest of it, $500 in one day and try to battle back. And I guess in some cases we could do that, but to me, I said, all right, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to get this balance back up slow and steady. I could trade these Top Steps how I want, but would it be the smart thing of risking 100% of the account balance in one day on a funded that I thought kind of hard to get to, especially on these pro accounts that carry a little bit more weight? So I thought about it. I risked down. I sized down. And I'm going to continue to keep that small sizing because, a lot of people were commenting on the last video too, and I completely agree with you guys. Changing risk, it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, there's some times where you might change risk on a day and you might make more, and it might be a really great feeling. But what about those days where we lose and we're risking heavier, and then all the progress we made the past week sizing smaller is erased in one day because we sized up a little bit? So going forward, I want to try to keep my risk as consistent and sizing as consistent as possible, just to make sure that we could actually survive, and that nothing out of our control happens. Because I'll be completely honest with you guys. If when I had $500 of drawdown left in these accounts, if I would have sized up and risked the full amount and took a loss and blew all of these, though, I would have probably freaked out, and then a revenge mindset would have kicked in, and I would have started hopping over to these accounts. Knowing how I work, I feel like that would have happened. So, like I said, guys, this is such a reminder that even if we're down, we're never out until the account is gone. And then even then, all right, we blow an account, we're still in the fight. We still can progress. We learned from what happened the last time, and we keep on growing. That's the thing. Accounts are going to be blown. We're going to go through losing streaks. We just got to keep pushing. We got to keep fighting, and we're going to come out green at the end. But hey, guys, so this account, this day didn't update yet, but this is another, $200 day, so we're pretty much back. I feel like these accounts, I'm continuing to risk small. We're doing 2 micros. I'm not risking more than 120, 150 a day. Trying to aim for 100 ticks on 2 micros. And I'm gonna get these accounts until I can get these accounts back up to 2,000. I'm gonna continue this risk, because realistically, guys, if we have 5 green days in a row similar to this, we could have the balance back up to 2K. And I thought about it with these My Funded Futures. If I get these balances back up to 2K, I'm going to take as much as I can from these pros, and then I'll take half the balance out of this core, because the pros you could take more. I don't know if it's 60% or 80%. I got to look back at that. But you can take a large chunk out of this, and I'm ready to just take that and invest that into more accounts. But all right, that's not even the exciting part, guys. The exciting part that I wanted to get into is, let's check it out. All right, so this account balance. The last time you guys checked and I showed you, we were fighting. We were struggling a little bit. I think I made the video on Friday. Well, we have made a little bit of money since then, and we've battled back out of that hole. So we're finally a nice solid green week, and the week is only halfway through. Let's get right into it. Let's remove this Let's remove this privacy screen, and let's show the balance. We're at 2,100, guys. We were able to get back. We had a really nice solid day on Tuesday. But I do want to show that trade a little bit because I did make a mistake. So I can't completely take the credit for that trade because I did make a little bit of a rookie mistake Tuesday. And I'll show you guys that in a second. But let's show the balance of these accounts, guys, because these accounts are growing and something else really exciting happened today. So I'll show you guys that in a sec. But our fresh new XFA, we got that up to a $1,300 balance, guys. Oh, what's going on here? My copy trader account, we're at 2185 on that one. And then, yeah, this is the main account. I'm just using this as the main account because it wasn't letting me copy trade this account from this. Another exciting thing happened today, guys. We passed another combine. So this was the past 3 days on this combine. I was just going for pretty much $1,000 days, and we had a good week. And that's what's so beautiful. And that's what I want to talk about, guys, okay? So now we're back at, what is it, 7 XFAs? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we got these 3, so we're at 7 XFAs. I want to talk about something. You guys saw kind of how I was feeling last week and the following week. And I won't lie to you guys that after going through those 2 red weeks, I started getting that feeling, you know, when you get that feeling back where, oh, do I know what to trade? Or like, you kind of feel a little bit lost. And I'm starting to learn. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But I'm starting to learn that maybe all traders go through that, and that we will have times where maybe our strategy doesn't work as well, or just a time where the market's a little bit harder to trade. We're range bound, and it's just we get chopped around. You know, market doesn't have as much follow through, and it ends up faking us out a bunch. We get chopped around, stuff like that. And I think that these times in the market happen, and I'm learning to more just, when you see a red week, when you see a red month or a few red days, don't try to fight it. Shift the mindset to, all right, we got to survive it, prepare for it, and then be able to take advantage of when the good trading times come. And I'm learning that, you know, and I'm still learning so much, guys, because like I make so many silly mistakes still, and I'm still trying to get better. But to see green after red streak, it feels so good, guys. And you know, isn't that kind of crazy where we have a few red days? Let me go back to this. Oh wait, no, that was last month. You know, we have a few red days even after a solid green month, and we could still start doubting ourselves. Something that's also helped me, this might just work for me, but when I'm trading all these XFAs, I can't be risking full size. Like, having an active combine while on these XFAs that I could be risking a little bit heavier and working on removes a lot of stress and pressure, guys. Because always in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, all right, you know what? There's times where you feel like you get that feeling of fear of missing out, and you want to kind of full size on your XFA or stuff like that. There's been many times this week, especially Monday and Wednesday today, where I told myself, all right, you know what? I kind of want to size up. I want to go full size, 5 micros. And I was going to do that today. And obviously, I wish I would have a little bit, guys. But I'm actually proud that I didn't, because if this would have been a red and I would have been full size, it would have hurt, especially taking away a little bit of yesterday's win. So that helps out by having an extra combine, because those days where you want to kind of take that extra risk on your XFA or whatever, do it on your combine. Take the extra risk, take the extra size on your combine, but trade your XFA as great as possible. Try to have the least amount of errors on that. And then, you know, we can just keep on stacking XFAs. And yeah, so I'm going to buy some more combines. But I really want to make this video too, because obviously I want to just show you guys that no matter where you are, if you're losing, having some trouble trading, having just a bad week, it gets better. It really does, guys. It really does. You just need a solid week to push you back on track, and we'll get back into the swing of things. But another reason I want to make this video is because we're at over 2K balance. You know what that means, guys. Our last balance, I believe we took. I thought it was on the 3rd. Let's actually look at that. Yeah, it was the 3rd of February. So we took over $2,000 on the 3rd of February. And I say, it's about time we're ready for another payout. I made up my mind, guys. I'm taking a payout. So I was looking, and the max amount I'm eligible to pull out right now is because this balance hasn't updated. It hasn't updated from today's profits. So the max amount I'd be able to take out if I wanted to would be, I believe it's $1,900. So I was thinking about it. That's actually perfect because I could do 950 out of each of these. And if I do 950, I would still have, what is that, 1,200 balance. And if I do that, we would have 1,200 in this account, 1,200 in this account, roughly, I think, around there. And then we'd have 13. So all of these accounts would be around the same balance. So by the time I'm ready for a payout on this and say on this, then I'll probably be ready for a payout on all three, if the accounts still survive, that is. But with the sizing I'm doing, I'm kind of sizing down a little bit. I think when I do take this payout on these, I think I'm going to continue to just trade 3 micros, build the balances up. As you guys see, you can make money with small size. You know, you just have to let your trades run a little bit, and as long as the risk reward's there, you can make money. So this was 3 micros today. And that was $300. And honestly, the thing is, I could have probably let that trade run a little bit more. So yeah, guys, let's freaking take this payout. I'm taking it. And then, you know, maybe we'll stack up some accounts. All right, so let's do that. Let's do this payout. Let's do it together. Let's get it. Oh, also one thing, guys, before I take it, I took, I think I did an ACH withdrawal last time that I did a payout. And if you guys see, there was a $30 fee. I don't want to do that again. So I'm just going to send it through to Wise. Yeah, right, I think. Let me check that out. Yeah. It was ACH, and they took a fee, and I think that's per payout. So if I do these, I'd be taking $60. That's a really solid meal, or that's a combine right there, right? So I'm gonna do Wise. It might take like an extra day or two, but it's okay. All right, let's do it, guys. All right, so the first account, we're gonna do 945 before you need to submit your tax form for the current year. All right, guys, I got to do tax form, so I will put this back as soon as I do that. All right, so we're doing 945 on this one, and we're 950 on the, or should we just do 2 945s to make it look cool? Nah, we're doing 945 and 950. Let's do it. All right. Guys, we're back. I was wondering why, for some reason, it wasn't letting me take this payout even when I was typing it in, but it was because I didn't save the Wise info. So I was typing my email, but then this was still grayed out. I think it should work now. Nice. Okay. All right, guys. So first payout down. Let's hit it. Let's just submit it. Let's get it. All right. Second one going in. Save 950. Let's hit it. Boom. All right, guys. So, our most recent. Did I put 950 in there, or am I losing my mind? I mean, it's only an extra $4, but I could have thought I put 950. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I'll look back at that. I don't know what just happened, but all right, guys. So you know what that means. We got to go to the board. We got to figure out how much we've spent on these combines, and let's see how much we're up. Net negative, net positive. Let's get a update. All right, so total amount invested in my last video, I think it was around like 45. Recently, we did buy 5 accounts from Top Step because they had a discount code going on to climb higher, and we snagged 5 accounts. We were able to pass 2 of those 5 accounts. So we turned over 2 out of the 5, 3 failed. You guys saw, actually, I think, and then I had another account from earlier that I believe I bought the 29th. Yeah, there was one account, I think, from the 29th that account was in there, I blew that one too. So out of these 5, we passed 2, blew 3. Not too bad if you think about it. I mean, obviously I want to be passing all the accounts, but if you look at it in a risk standpoint, now those 2 accounts can make us a lot of money. So that's all good. All right, let's see what we got to this. So I had to update the number here because I realized somebody actually told me that I miscalculated, and I think I put 6042 when it was really 6142. But all right, so 945 plus 946, 945 plus, sorry, I don't know that off my head, 1891. All right, we're gonna do 1891 plus 6142. 6142. $8,000, guys. All right, we got to update that. Hopefully, the payout doesn't get denied. I didn't blow any rules. I haven't been trading like crazy or anything on Top Step, so there should be no reason that gets denied, but you never know. We'll see. So I'll put this here, but hopefully we do not have to change this back. 803, and then we'll do 945. Top Step 225.26, and then we got a 946. Top Step 225.26. Okay, all right, guys. So, I always love showing this. I love showing that how much I've spent, because it shows you guys that even though I did put a little bit of money on all these combines and everything, I was down in the hole for a little bit. It just takes getting the rhythm of things, a few payouts to make it all back and then be in the profit. So we're up like, what is that, over $3,000 on these now? And now things are really starting to amp up. Like we got 7 accounts. I'm hoping, we could try to get a payout on all these and start really building these up, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear, right? And we'll take it from there. And I'm excited because now we got another XFA. Hopefully this will pass. We'll go from there. But really quick, I want to show you guys the trade from yesterday, which is Tuesday, because don't mind this. I was messaging Windy because it wasn't showing that the payout was eligible, or like a payout was able to submit. But I want to show you what happened yesterday because it wasn't my finest trading, to say the least. I did mess up. I'll show you guys that. Give me a sec. All right, as you can see, this all right, so this is the setup we had. A combine, I took a 10 NQ short on the combine. Well, I think because I'm trading so many accounts, it's starting to mess with my mind a little bit. Like trading a combine and then the Top Step XFAs and then the My Funded Futures, that I entered a 10 contract short on MNQ. I switched over to my Top Step copy trade XFAs, and I didn't even realize, but as you guys can see, I was 10 contracts short on this. I didn't mean for that to happen. I didn't even want it to be that much. I actually was going to go in with 4 contracts short. But I guess because just all the accounts, like I just lost like focus a little bit. You could see like by how my mouse behaves once I realize I'm in that many. I look and I say, what the hell? I'm in 10. I'm up a lot. I think I just close out a few contracts. Yeah, I just throw a buy, close that out, and I move my stop to break even. The second I realize, I'm like, okay, I just secured 4 micros at, what is that? It was something like 30 or 40 points. And I said, all right, I'm at break even. Even if this goes against me, I messed up on that. I don't know. I wasn't too proud of that, but I was like, all right, you know what? We're in profit. And then yeah, as you can see, I just closed out more so that I was at my original position size. And then we actually did get a little bit of a move down. Then I tried to get out of this pretty shortly on the XFA. You guys can see, yeah, see, closed out 1. And I just dragged my stop. I trailed it because I said, you know what? I'm pretty damn happy with whatever I'm. And I couldn't even see how much I was fully up on the day. I just knew on this current position I was up $300. So I was like, you know what? Even if I just made $300 on the day, I was happy on this, especially being after a losing streak, And then we locked that out, came over to the combine, and then I closed that out very shortly. And that was that, guys. But that was one thing I wanted to show everybody. I don't really deserve that over $700 day on Tuesday. I did oversize on that. It wasn't me meaning to size it, and that's kind of the worst part, right? Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap this video up pretty shortly. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about. I did. I don't know if anybody heard. There's a new thing that Lucid Trading and Tradeify, I believe, came out with called Trade C or Trader C. Let's actually look that up. I heard some pretty cool things about it. I know it's still pretty early on, so I don't really know too much. But let's see. Trade C. What is it? Oh yeah, it's Trade C. I think what it pretty much is it's a competitor to Top Step's Project X. So I think it uses TradingView. If you guys are interested, I know lately sometimes Top Step's been getting a lot of hate. I love Top Step, guys. They've never denied me for a payout, and I love the platform. I love Project X. It's so nice being able to have all these risk settings and having, you know, a personal loss limit, being able to liquidate and block, having trade limits, all that. And also having a built-in copy trader. It's really nice. It's really nice. I love it, guys. But I know Tradeivate has that too and all that. Lately, though, Tradeivate's been having kind of issues, guys. I don't know if you guys have been experiencing it too, but there's been a bunch of times where I've been trying to get out on my accounts, and it doesn't let me. Like, I'll be trying to close out and that, and they'll kind of lag or delay. So I think, you know, all platforms are going to have their issues. You just got to see who handles them the best, right? Who tries to make it work and who tries to really make it right at the end of the day. And that's what I've noticed. I know Top Step gets a lot of hate, guys, but they do try to make it right in a sense. Where if I've ever had a platform outage or anything on my combines or whatever, they've given me a free combine. Stuff like that. But I know some people say, you know, they might be doing shady stuff lately, whatever. We'll see. I know, but I can't hate on them. They always have paid me out and they've treated me right. So, yeah. But if you guys are looking for a Project X alternative, maybe you guys could look into Lucid Trading and Tradeify. I don't know which one. I heard Lucid Trading does have some pretty good deals. So if you guys want to check them out, just proceed with caution because I don't know too much about Lucid Trading. I did buy on Black Friday 2 accounts with them, but I ended up blowing them, so I haven't really dealt with the funded process and then trying to get a payout. I don't know. I have heard people getting paid out from them, no issues, but you always want to just be cautious, see the reviews, stuff like that, you know? But let's see, actually, let's just check out. Yeah, so this is it, guys. It's pretty much based off TradingView, and it's like Project X in a sense. You guys can look it up, check it out, and let me know. Let me know if you guys like it. Maybe give me some feedback, and maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll try it out, or if you guys have had bad experiences, whatever. But yeah, guys, that's pret's much it. I know there's a lot of drama going on around in the trading community. I don't really feel like it's my place to talk about it. I mean, some of it's entertaining, but I don't want to get involved with it. I try to stay out of the drama, guys. I'm just here. I made this channel so I could show you guys mistakes and things that I've learned along the way so that we could all be better. And yeah, let's focus on our journeys. Let's try to get better each and every day. And yeah, guys, today was a good day. This week we're seeing better things. And I really do think, guys, I think March is going to be a good trading month for all of us. You know, I don't want to set expectations. So if we do see some red, be okay with it, be ready for it, but hopefully the movement will be a little bit better than February, because February was rough, guys. It was. I saw some rough movement, and I got chopped around like crazy. We were ranging, we were chopping, there was a lot of fake outs. So let's see what March can bring us, and let's just continue to stay hopeful, guys. 2026 is going to be all of our years. Great things are coming, so keep pushing forward, keep getting better each and every day, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for all watching. Thank you always for showing support. And I just appreciate you guys. That being said, I will catch you guys later. Peace.